Hello, everyone. Good morning. Hope everybody that was affected and impacted by the storm made it through okay. We are good here. A lot of people have been asking. Fortunately, our friends to the south and across the state in various places and the West Coast where it made landfall were really impacted by the storm. Here we just got, I think my weather station, my Tempest up top, I got gusted about 40. That was it. Um, I only shuttered the one room over here and the other one where the grandkids were staying, just so they were, so they weren't scared or whatever. It was blowing, that's for sure, but the Tempest recorded about 40. Now the biggest problem, the biggest impact from this storm was the tornadoes. It was a historic outbreak of tornadoes. When I tell you historic, I'm talking there was over 170 tornado warnings in that outer band as it came across. I remember I made the video yesterday when I was looking on the TV, and it looks like right on top of the shed there, maybe the ridge vent, a little bit bent. I can fix that, that's fine. So 170 tornado warnings, and I mean, the damage I see on TV from the people in the Facebook that are already down there, terrible. I mean, houses are completely gone. They said even up to EF2, possibly EF3 when they get the damage assessment done. Those are some big tornadoes. I think EF3 goes up like 135 to 155, I think it is. It's like but it's in a very concentrated area, and there's no warning. I mean, it just comes right now. I can tell you that the EAS system that was lighting up the phones was definitely working. It saved a lot of people, got them out of harm's way, and it was coming in. We had like 6 phones here, and when that went off, plus the weather radios in 3 rooms, that was loud. The cat was freaked out. The bird did not like it. The parrot did not like it. But tornadoes, man, you guys, you can't predict a tornado. You can't. They come out of nowhere. Hurricane you see coming days away, but always in a strong hurricane here, there's always embedded tornadoes, specifically on the east and northeast quadrant of that storm. Now, I'll show you a couple. Let me log into my iPad here. I'm just doing this on my phone, man. Show you my iPad. Let me reverse. I don't know if I can reverse this. Let me see. So you can see on the iPad here, you see where that outer band was, okay? You see the outer band came across when the storm was still offshore, hundreds of miles, right? If I go to another one here, all right? Here's where the track kind of went, right? And you see the line at the center of the storm, but the amount of tornado warnings that came up before that storm even hit the coast, basically up I-95, St. Lucie County, Fort Pierce, Lakewood Park got hit bad. Brevard County, my supervisor is up in Cocoa, a condo. He heard the tornado coming, got the alert, and 10 seconds later the power was out, and AC units started coming off of the top of his condo. Power lines were immediately taken down, and the Wells Fargo bank across the street from where he lives, had been peeled off the roof, So he said it was kind of crazy because you're in a condo and you just, on the beach there, you get in the center of, your location in your house and stuff. That's rule number 1, If you got a tornado coming, you just gotta grab it and hold down and hunker, and that's all you can do in the center of your house. My center of my house would be about the closet behind the kitchen, but when I saw the tornado warnings, we really didn't get one right here in my area, my neighborhood that I know of. But, 10 miles that way and 10 miles, 15 miles, 20 miles that way, a lot of miles that way, all the way down to Jupiter, Stewart, Port St. Lucie. They were just coming up the coast. And that, and that was where all the rain wrapped was in there, wrapped rain around those storms. And it flooded. Like if I look at the ditches here, this has receded a lot since yesterday. All right, look at this. All right, so that usually doesn't hold water unless it floods. No, that's not a lot, but you see over there, can you see that one? That there is like 20 foot of water there. No, 10 foot of water roughly. And that's where all the main canals out here drain, So when I saw pictures yesterday, the flooding, holy cow, the US 1 was underwater in some spots. Let's see, we're still getting some gusts here. Gusts at about 10, 15. That's all that is right there. So tornadoes, guys, you got it. No ham radio in the world is going to save your life in the immediate vicinity of a tornado. A weather radio will. So you got to get a weather radio. You have to have one. You may say, well, you just said the phones were all blowing up. Beep, beep. Yeah, that's right. And those are using technology based on the GPS coordinates of your cell phone to the tower and the vicinity of the tornado. So you get more defined storm and some details in a text right there, defined storm alert. A weather radio will give you the same thing if you have the same technology on that thing, SAME, and you program your county in it. That's one of the Midlands I have in there, and one of the ones up there in the front room, I forget. And basically, you put in your county, and it'll kind of give you an alert just for your immediate area, which is very helpful, because you don't want to. I mean, hearing about a tornado that's 15 or 26, 30 miles away and not heading your direction. But sometimes the older weather radios will give you an alert for the entire county, and then you freak out. People freak out. They do it. Oh my God, tornado! Well, that's nowhere near you, and it's not going to be anywhere near you. That's why it's good to have your same weather radio, say S.A.M.E. I forget what that stands for. I did a video on that like years ago. So other than that, the tornadoes are what you're going to see in future videos, not from me, but from other people, on the massive catastrophic damage, because a widespread tornado outbreak like that peeled across the state, man, that caused a lot of damage. I mean, the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Department just tore the yard up, just destroyed it. All their vehicles and stuff just destroyed it. They're going door to door down there in certain areas where the tornadoes were, because it went through neighborhoods, and cars that were parked in your driveways were down the street, or you couldn't find people, they were gone. There's been some deaths. But that's, and you keep saying, well, or you might say, you keep saying about the tornadoes and stuff. What about Sarasota? I don't know. I know that they did say that, the storm was going to weaken upon landfall. It did. The governor has already said it wasn't as bad as we had originally anticipated. It wasn't. The storm surge was less than anticipated because it was low tide. So, yeah, there was storm surge. Yeah, there was destruction over there. But there's not as much damage as they thought. Not like Helene. Helene was terrible. And Helene went through multiple states, and they're still recovering from Helene. People have made videos out there for, ham radio is the only thing left out there for Carolina and stuff. And I just didn't want to make the video and repeat somebody and think I'm copying or whatever. But yeah, ham radio is definitely the only thing working out there for those. That is that was a really bad hurricane. This one, it was okay. We fared well. And last thing, just remember, some cell phone towers may be down. The spottage will be coverage, and the sites will be overloaded with traffic. So there's a lot of times where you're going to say, I have no cell phone service. So I thought this, well, no. Everybody's on their phone right now. I'm, on my phone all day for work right now. So keep that in mind. Make sure you have a backup plan in case cell sites right now are running on battery and they didn't have generators, and they might be dead in 4 hours. Then you got nothing. That's where ham radio comes in. Looks good now. You got phone service now. Just remember, the cell phone tower might be down in T-minus 1 hour because it went out of power yesterday, and the batteries only last, 36 hours. So keep that in mind. That's pretty much it. Get back to work. I'm busy. And it's a cool breeze out here. The cold front now and the dry air is starting to push on the west coast of Florida. So it's rather cool out here. I'm going to say it's like 79 degrees out here right now. It's actually nice. Another saving grace on this hurricane. Every hurricane I've been through is 110 degrees the day after. It's actually nice. So hope everybody's well. Hope you didn't lose everything. And if you can help your neighbors, be there to help your neighbors and try to be there to assist if it's safe to do so. And your neighbors really need somebody and nobody's there. Try to be that lending hand.